Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel and the first adventure game releases roundup video of 2023. Now, the best way I can describe this month for adventure game releases is just a little bit sparse, especially now that it looks as though Simon the Sorcerer Origins has sadly been pushed back to some point in 2024. And I think it feels even more that way given how excellent Q4 of 2022 was. But there are still a few exciting projects coming out this month that I think are worth taking a look at. But as always, it's very important to bear in mind that some of these release dates are probably a little bit tentative, as especially in the indie game world, things can change very quickly. Games can be announced just days before releasing, or they can be pushed back at the very last minute. But if all goes according to plan, these are the expected releases for the adventure game world in March 2023. We're kicking off this month with the long-awaited console release of BROK, the InvestiGator, a game which combines the mechanics of a classic point-and-click adventure game with a side-scrolling beat-em-up. Something that by all accounts sounds like it wouldn't work, but having played a hefty chunk of this one myself, it absolutely does, and it's a lot of fun too. Simply press a single button and you can switch from puzzle solving to hand-to-hand combat, something that comes in very handy against the enemies you'll encounter in this light cyberpunk world where animals have replaced humans. And with an average playtime of 15 to 20 hours and more than 10 different endings to unlock, this one has lots of replay value too. BROK is set for release on the PS5, PS4, Xbox and Nintendo Switch from the 1st of March. Horror-based adventure games seem to be on the increase at the moment, and seeing one of the big boys like Square Enix joining the party suggests that they're very much here to stay. PARANORMASIGHT: The Seven Mysteries of Honjo is set in the Sumida ward of Tokyo, Japan in the late 20th century. The story revolves around a tale known as The Seven Mysteries, and will see you investigate dark and horrific incidents in this visual novel-style adventure. Explore a world that was photographed with real-life 360-degree cameras as you look for crucial clues which will be the difference between your success or your demise. And there's an element of strategy thrown in too, as you have to choose the ideal moment to deploy the curses you have at your disposal. Choosing correctly, however, and you might just find you end up cursed yourself. PARANORMASIGHT: The Seven Mysteries of Honjo is creeping its way onto PC on the 8th of March and consoles on the 9th of March. Coming to us from the Pixel Hunt in Paris, France is the 3D visual novel adventure The Wreck. 36-year-old Junon's life is falling apart, and just when things seem like they can't possibly get any worse, her mother ends up in hospital in a critical condition. Piece together parts of Junon's past as you look to discover a hidden secret that lies at the centre of her life's traumas and help her try to find peace. You'll need to use everything you learn to alter Junon's path and save her from a potentially tragic fate where she'll end up in a vehicle wreck. Now, it's very important for me to mention at this point that this is a game that deals with very heavy themes and subjects, so if these are things that could potentially affect you, please do look into this before playing. But despite this, the developers intend for the game to show that humour, beauty and hope can be found even in the bleakest of times, which I think is a really great message. Due to be released on the 14th of March, The Wreck will be available on PC, Mac, PS5, PS4, Xbox and Nintendo Switch. Two most important aspects of any adventure game are story and puzzles, and in Storyteller you get to be in complete control of both. Choose from a whole host of characters, settings and themes to create your perfect original story, or put twists on classic tales to make them the way you've always wanted them to be. Use the comic book panel layout to place the different elements of your stories on the page and experiment with the different outcomes you get based on your selections. What would happen if a fearsome dragon faced off against Dracula, or Juliet fell in love with a goblin? I don't know, but now we can find out. I personally think this could be a great game to play as a family, especially if you have children and want to play something together. Storyteller is being released on the 23rd of March and will be available on both PC and Nintendo Switch. Also coming our way on the 23rd of March is one of this month's more unusual adventure games. Mr. Saitou is a story-rich adventure RPG about an average white-collar worker looking to find meaning and purpose in his life. When he suffers an accident, Mr. Saitou is transported away to a strange land completely different from the real world. Complete with some of the most gorgeous art I've seen in an adventure game for a while, you'll discover a cast of strange creatures as you look to build friendships in a combat-free environment. Whilst it looks like this game is relatively short and can be completed in a single setting, themes such as social isolation and finding fulfillment in life could make for an intense but rewarding experience. This one is coming to PC, Mac, PS4, Xbox and Nintendo Switch, so there's no shortage of availability when it comes to platforms. If I say mystery adventure game, chances are the first name to pop into your head will be Sherlock Holmes. But what happens if you mix Sherlock Holmes with Lovecraft? You get Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. Now, originally released in 2008, this is a brand new remake of that game, entirely rebuilt from the ground up. Complete with modern visuals, new gameplay mechanics and an extended storyline, you'll become the world-famous detective Sherlock Holmes and investigate a series of disappearances that take you around the world to locations like London, Louisiana, Switzerland and more. This one has all of the puzzles and deductions you'd expect from a Sherlock Holmes game, but with a huge Lovecraftian twist. Sherlock will have to face off against a mysterious dark cult that worships an ancient god, and inexplicable otherworldly entities that will make this his most dangerous and unusual case yet. So far this one only has an expected release date of Q1 2023, so it could be available this month or it might be released next month in April. But it'll be coming to PS5, PS4, Xbox, Nintendo Switch and PC. So that just about wraps up the adventure game releases coming this month, but let me know down below which of these you're thinking of picking up for yourself, and don't forget to like and subscribe as well so that you can get daily adventure game videos from me. That's going to do it for this one, so I will see all you guys very soon for the next one.